Are you looking for a beautiful textured crochet stitch to use in your next project? If you are, the crochet linen stitch might just be the one you're looking for. Ready to learn? Let's grab a hook and some yarn and we'll get crocheting. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos, and don't forget to give me some feedback on this video. Give me a like or a comment, let me know what I did well or things that I could improve upon. So for the crochet linen stitch, you need to know how to single crochet stitch and chain stitch. That's it. If you can do those two stitches, you can complete this stitch. I've got links to videos below for those if you're a little fuzzy on how to complete them. Let's see what we need to create this stitch. For today's tutorial, you're going to have to gather a few things before you get started. So first off, you're going to need a crochet hook, and you're going to need whatever size works best for you. For this solid color example that I'm going to show you first, I'm going to be using a size J 6.0 millimeter crochet hook, and you're going to need a yarn of choice. I am using a medium weight yarn here. It's a size 4 yarn. Once you've gathered your materials, let's get started. So we're going to start by chaining. So I'm going to place a slip knot on my hook. And for this stitch, you only have to chain even numbers. So you can chain any even number that you would like, but it has to be an even number. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to start by chaining 10. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there are 10 chains. Now we're ready for row 1. For row 1, we're going to start by working into the second chain from the hook. So we're not working into this chain, we are working into this one. So we are working into the second chain from the hook. So I like to put my thumb there. And into that second chain from the hook, I'm going to insert my hook and I'm going to place a single crochet stitch into that second chain. Now I'm going to chain 1. Now I'm going to skip this chain and I'm going to work into the next. So we skip and work into the next. And we're going to place a single crochet into that chain and we're going to chain 1. We will skip, work a single crochet. So basically we are working into every other chain across. We're going to skip this one, place a single crochet stitch, chain 1, skip this one, go into the last stitch and work just a single crochet. So basically what we're doing across is single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1 until we get to the last chain, and we're just going to place a single crochet in it. And that completes row 1. To start row 2, you're going to begin by chaining 2. And you're going to turn. Now for this row, we are going to work into the chain 1 spaces only. So we're not working into the single crochet stitches, we're working into that gap created by the chain 1 space. So hopefully you can see that. So into that chain 1 space, after chaining 2 and turning, I'm going to go to that first chain 1 space, place a single crochet, followed by a chain 1. Skip over this, work into the next chain 1 space, place a single crochet, chain 1. Skip over this stitch, work into the next chain 1 space, place a single crochet, chain 1. Skip over that single crochet, work into the last chain 1 space, place a single crochet, chain 1. And then for this row, we're going to come right over here into that skipped chain and we're going to place just a single crochet into that skipped chain. So remember, we had a chain start and we skipped over, we worked into the second chain, so we lost one, so we're working into that one that we skipped over when we went into work into the second chain from the hook. So we're going to place a single crochet into that, and that completes row 2. Now for a solid color linen stitch, you can work and repeat row 3 to whatever length you would like. So from here on out, row 3, you would just repeat over and over and over again, which is what I love about this stitch. It kind of gives you a chance to go on autopilot and crochet. So I'm going to start row 3 by chaining 2. So here's 1 and 2, and I'm going to turn my work. Just like the previous row, we are going to work into the chain 1 gaps. So I've chained 2 and I've turned. So into that first chain 1 gap, I'm going to work a single crochet and I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to move to the next chain 1 space, I'm going to place a single crochet, and I'm going to chain 1. Skip over this, go to the next chain 1 space, insert my hook, single crochet, chain 1, skip over this, go to the next chain 1 space, single crochet, chain 1. So then at the very end of the row, what we're going to do, it's going to be kind of hard to see here, but this little tiny gap right here is where we're going to work that final stitch of the row. So this is the first single crochet that we made in row 2, and this is the chain 2 and turn that we made to start the row. And where we're going to work our final stitch of the row is we're going to go right here into this gap in between that single crochet stitch and the chain 2. So we're going right here. It's kind of hard to see. See that little tiny hole right there? That's where we're going to place our hook, and we're just going to work a regular single crochet into that space. And that completes row 3. So for the remainder of your project, for however long you would work it, you are going to repeat the exact same way. You're going to chain 2, turn, and into each chain 1 gap, you're going to work a single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, and then when you get to the end of the row, you work just a single crochet between this single crochet space right here and the chain 2 turn. So we're working right into this little gap right here. Let's see if I can make that just a little bit easier to see. So hopefully you can see that little gap right there is where we're going to work our final single crochet. And you would just keep repeating if you wanted a solid color linen stitch project. Now if you need to switch colors, I'll show you quickly how I do that. Now I love how the linen stitch looks when you switch colors every row as well. I think it gives kind of a fun little detail to your projects. Now to do this, the technique is the same. The only difference is at the start of each row, you're going to change colors. So I've just finished this row of linen stitches. Now I want to switch colors. So I'm bringing in my next color. I'm going to drape it over my hook. I'm going to pull it through that loop that was on my hook. I'm going to pull on this yarn tail to tighten things down, as well as this one, and I'm going to kind of pin them in place. So now I have a loop with the new color on my crochet hook. I'm going to chain 2 and turn, just like we've been doing with our other stitches. And then into the chain 1 gap, I'm going to work a single crochet, and I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to go to the next gap, single crochet, chain 1. Now we're to the next gap, single crochet, chain 1. And I would just keep working like that all the way across. Now I made this little swatch by switching colors every row. Now it is kind of a pain in that I have ends that I need to weave in, but I do feel like it adds kind of a fun detail to a project to switch your colors every row as well. Now you could carry your colors up the side of your work as you're going. Keep in mind, like here I did a 4-color swatch, so I would have to carry those 4 yarns up the side. I don't really like to do that. I'm willing to weave in ends if I don't like how carrying colors look, and on this particular stitch, I don't like how it looks to carry colors up the edge here. So you can see in my previous rows, I've already woven in my ends, and I just take that time there. So I would weave in these ends as I go as well. Total personal preference there. So now here we are, single crochet, chain 1, and then just like the other rows, we're going to come right over here and into this gap between this single crochet and the chain 2, we're just going to come and place a single crochet stitch. Now if I were to switch colors again, I would repeat the process. And you can cut off your yarn or you can carry it up the sides, it's totally up to you. But that's how you would change colors and get this look with the linen stitch. The last thing is to count the linen stitch. You simply look at the tops of the crochet stitches just like you would any other crochet stitch, and each V counts as 1 stitch. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 I've done so far. I'm still working in this loop right here. And that's the linen stitch and crochet. I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so you get notifications of when I post new videos. And if you're looking for more stitches that are kind of like this one, check out this video right here and you'll learn another crochet stitch that kind of uses the same technique. And I hope you guys have a blessed day.